All right, 10:40 Mountain Standard Time, September 14, in the year 2014. Just wanted to say hello. Just got back from services, walked back, had a really interesting time, probably the best time I've ever had up there. I met Ray, who's an older buddy of mine, and does the greeting. And and we were passing out song sheets, hymnals. The music was 10 times better. The female wannabe opera singer was gone, and a gay male type voice was much, much easier. And it was enjoyable. Outside the door, greeting people was a couple of guys, Bill and Fred. And Fred had a big beer belly and confessed to it. We were talking about what we were going to drink during the Bronco game. And I said, I'm going to have a few sodas. He said, what about beer? I said, my beer drinking days are over. And the other fella was a big fella, kind of unkempt, unshaved, maybe a little body odor, stains on his shirt. Just typical Christian. To the world would be a loser. To the world, I'm a loser. To the world, perhaps part of you is a loser. And so at first I was kind of snobby, and then I thought, all right, more the better here. This'll do. Got into service just in time, sat in the back row on a cushioned seat, and there was a youth who was screaming for the entire service, and I guess the parents thought it was cute, but that youth, I know, disrupted about 10 rows on each side for, not for 10 minutes or 15 minutes, but for the entire 40-minute service. And I think, what kind of parent would not take that youth outside and let him play on the playground? Obviously, he's not happy inside. And then another one started acting up right in the middle of the gospel readings, which is my absolute favorite New Testament gospel readings about picking up your cross and carrying your cross, screaming. I didn't get a single thing out of that gospel reading. I did get my hair cut a little bit. I like it. The Propecia seems to be working well. We saw a video on Princess William, and man, as Justin Bieber said, don't they have Propecia over there? And I have to agree. He just doesn't care. He's like Maddie. He just absolutely doesn't care. But if he was on Propecia 5 years ago, he'd have a full head of hair because he started his balding from the crown. And I think it looks awful myself. But if he doesn't care, if it makes him look more majestic, more seasoned, then that's fine. I mean, 33 years old, you think you wouldn't need to feel more seasoned. But back to the church again, there's a number of older men in their 80s and 90s. And I saw the priest who was doing the entire service have trouble getting up the steps and had to be assisted by the main beer drinking greeter. The priest literally had to be assisted up. He explained that he had nieces and nephews bouncing all over his knee the previous day, and so would he forgive us for sitting in a chair, and that was fine by me. Other interesting things during the meet and greet time, which they always have. That's my favorite time. An 80-year-old man came up to me and said, "Hey, man." Said, "Hey, man, how you doing?" I mean, this guy's bent over, Grandpa Luther, 80 plus years. He was that into it. And I got the guy in a wheelchair, too, sharp as a tack, must have been 85, 90 years old. And these people, I enjoy the absolute most. They're warriors, they're survivors. They do basically whatever it takes to survive this life and maybe even thrive a little bit on occasion. So I will probably not get to see the donkey game today, as I don't have a television and I don't want one back. So I get my stuff online, kind of pirated, not really pirated, but just transferred over from Bernadette's account. And NBC has a deal with them, sports, so I watch the Broncos there. CBS, I do not believe, or ESPN, I will not be able to watch the game. And I would again encourage you again this week, as I have for over the years, if something you do over and over again and you get the same result, that is the definition of insanity. And I don't know if you have a few beers over there to get through the anxiety, or if you have to pace the floors, or if you're being ridiculed by people from another country who've come to America. It sounds like a lose-lose all the way to the greasy hamburger that gives you intestinal distress for half the afternoon. So pick a winner. Watch one of the standard, and watch New England. You like the Dolphins, watch the Dolphins. And San Diego, watch San Diego. But I know these words are for naught, for you have an addiction as powerful as I once had. And I hope they don't strap you to a gurney and take you to a psych ward, totally enabled, a loud, common area as I was talking to different people, asking about their sexual orientation. I don't know where I was coming from, but that was a blast. What was my greatest fear, being strapped down in a psych ward, a detox ward, became my greatest reality, and indeed probably the most miraculous 7 days of my life. So I've gone to Pepsi, and I'm cutting down on that. That's a hell of a lot better than narcotics and high-powered beer. You don't have a hangover in the morning. So I wish you a good day, wish you a good week with your kids coming back, and we'll talk to you later. If you want to write me a letter and tell me what's up, I'd enjoy hearing about your weekend workouts. All right, good day. Oh, do you enjoy the new background? I thought I'd get a little different look going with the bookshelves and then the music on the other side. All right, good day.